Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Sammy. The wait is over. We finally got an update with 0.5, so we have some news to share. But before we get into this news, I wanted to say I was wrong. I was wrong. I predicted that GGG was going to announce this week. I was right about that part. They did make an announcement this week. I said they were going to announce 0.5 this week with the live reveal being on the 30th, and then 0.5 was going to go live on May 7th. Boy, was I wrong. And when you're wrong, you got to step up to the mic and admit it. I was wrong. I guess I'm a little bit too much of an optimist. And I have to say, I learned my lesson on this one, because the one thing that I'm taking away with this update that we received is the fact that I can no longer rely on what has been done in the past to predict the future, because it looks like all bets are off when it comes to how things are going to go down with Path of Exile 2 and Grinding Gear Games. It looks like there is no model that they're following. They're just going to do what they're going to do. So instead of going based off on what they're saying, I'm going to go based off on what they're doing from now on. Boy, did I learn my lesson. Anyway, I was wrong about the May 7th 0.5 release date, but we did hear and got and received this news. We learned today that 0.5 is going to launch on May 29th, and the live reveal is going to be on May 7th. So we are 2 weeks away from the live reveal, and we're just over 5 weeks away, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 weeks and a day away from 0.5 going live. So a little bit longer than what people wanted, but what are you going to do, guys? At the end of the day, if you put your optimistic hat on, the fact is that they're taking longer to do this, and hopefully this means that they're testing everything, they're cooking. So I would imagine 0.5 is going to be a big update, which I did say and predict that 0.5 was going to be a massive update. That's actually the word I used. And it looks like, and we'll see, I may be wrong there too, it looks like that is the case, because if you go by the new Leeds communications manager, Kelly, who posted this after the announcement, this expansion is shaping up to be one of the biggest ones we've ever released. Just needs a little bit longer to cook. We've got some plans for the lead up to GGG Live on May 7th. Stay tuned. So with that tweet from Kelly, you can surmise that this indeed is going to be a massive, massive update to 0.5. So we'll wait and see. Now, what does that mean? Does that mean we're not just going to get a rework of the end game? May this mean that we're going to get a new class, potentially Act 5 and Act 6? Who knows? But I think everything is on the table. So it's going to be very interesting to see what they mean by this is going to be one of our biggest updates to date. We'll see what that means. We're going to find out in a couple of weeks on May 7th. So naturally, I'm a little bit disappointed, like the rest of you, that it's going to be taking this long. That's the negative side of me. The positive side of me is saying, okay, they're getting it right. They're taking their time to cook, and it is going to be a big update, which means we're going to have more meat on the bone, per se. Regardless of the fact of me being disappointed in the delay, at the end of the day, it's not changed my position on the game from a high level perspective. I still do believe this game is going to be the golden standard one day for ARPGs. Like I always say, it's not a matter of if this game is going to be the best. It's a matter of when this game will be the best. So it looks like they're going to they're going to crawl there. I thought it was going to be a little quicker, but anyway, that's besides the point. The other thing I want to mention, and something that is going to come into play, is now that this, so 0.5 was supposed to actually come in April. Now it's coming at the end of May. What does that mean for 1.0? Will it have an impact on that? As you can see here, this is a very old timeline. Now, this is when 0.5 was still supposed to come in April. Now it's coming in the end of May, which means if, and this is a big if GGG's intention is still to get 1.0 out in December to capitalize on the December hype and it being the month to release games, as everyone says, that only leaves 7 months for them to what? Squeeze in another league and then 1.0, make a 7-month league, so go from 0.5 to 1.0. I don't know. Who knows? All bets are off. Everything is on the table because they just keep extending this, what was supposed to be their commitment to a 4-month cycle between POE 2 leagues. Now it's 5, then it's 6. It just keeps expanding. So I have no idea what's going to happen here. Now, I think that them going from 0.5 to 1.0, that would be a 7-month league, which I think everyone is going to go bananas. I think we're going to get one more league and then 1.0. So that means one of the leagues is going to be shorter. Now, I think that potentially if 0.5, as we know, is May 29th, maybe they do like a 4-month 0.5 because it's so massive, and then they just shorten so 0.6 in like September and then 1.0 in December. If they're going to stay true to 1.0 releasing in 2026 at the end of it. That is a big if. We don't know. But that is potentially what can happen. So this delay in 0.5 not only has, not only influenced kind of the hype around 0.5, because some people are obviously upset that it's been delayed, but now it also has influenced how the rest of the leagues in 1.0 is going to pan out. So that is going to be very interesting to see. All right, I just wanted to do a quick video on it, guys. Obviously, a lot of people are disappointed. Naturally, everybody wants to play the game. They want to get their hands on it right away. So obviously, they're going to be disappointed. But at the end of the day, hopefully this translates to them cooking, getting things right, testing it, and they keep using these terms. This is one of our biggest updates yet. So that implies that it's going to be a big update. There's no other way you can take it. So who knows? Hopefully, obviously, this is going to be an end game revamp, and potentially now on the table, because this has been labeled as their biggest update yet. Who knows? We may get a new class like everyone's clamoring up to be. Like that's what they want. Of course, swords is something that they said they want to get in the game before 1.0. So that leads to the duelist, gladiator. That's another interesting topic, by the way. Everyone keeps referring to the duelist as a class in the game. Meanwhile, in the art book, in POE 2's art book, there is no reference to a duelist. The duelist is actually labeled as a gladiator if you want to make the link. The gladiator is the one with the sword. So it's very interesting to see how that is going to pan out. But maybe we get a new class in 0.5. Maybe the new axe 5 and 6 are in play. All these things are up in play, and it's going to be interesting to see whether it comes in 0.5 or later. But regardless, we have some interesting times ahead of us, and hopefully this 5-6 week period is going to go by quick, and we all can get our hands on the game, because that's, at the end of the day, that's all we want. But hopefully all this time they're taking is going to we're going to reap the rewards of it in the game. And then, like I said, this could be a massive turning point for POE 2. Anyway, that's it. Get in the comment section. Let me know what you feel, how you feeling about the delay. And are you okay with the new timeline? What do you think this new timeline impacts the future timelines going into 1.0? Get in the comment section and let me know. Are you optimistic? Are you pessimistic? Get in there, let me know. And as always, if you can like this video, comment on this video, I would really appreciate it. It'll help push this video through the YouTube algorithm. And if you really want to support my content, please hit the subscription button. It's free, doesn't cost you anything, and it would mean the world to me. And for those of you that continue to watch all my content and you do not subscribe to my channel, please hit the subscription button and don't forget to hit the notification bell. This way you get alerted as soon as my videos drop. All right, that'll do it, everyone. Thanks for watching. We'll hope to see you next time. Take care. The opinions expressed in this video are mine and solely mine. Healthy debate is always encouraged. Hate is never welcomed. So get over it.